Oh, hey guys, what's up? Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to the People's Questions, episode 45, and the official return of the contest questions. Now, I'd first off like to thank two of you out there for sending me your questions, and they are Zaniac and Mike Styles. So once again, you guys are awesome, just like you are every Friday. And with further ado, let's get on to your questions. Now, the first two questions came from Zaniac. They were kind of long, so I'm sorry, but until I get my new editing software, I probably cannot post what they look like. So here we go. Your first question was, do I think that The Last of Us will be a genre-defining experience that Naughty Dog claims it will be? No. Usually when any gaming company or just group claims something before the game's even out yet, it generally is wrong. I mean, best example, look at Fable. That was supposed to be like, what, the greatest RPG of all time, and since then it's kind of gone down the drain, really, to most people. So no, I think it's going to be kind of a rehash, a version of Uncharted, simply with different characters, different locations, different objectives, and a different style of gameplay, which is kind of similar with the whole stealth aspect, but the fact that you're not just going around gunning down people down, you actually have to think of how to approach a situation and how to move forward. So that's just my opinion on it. And your next question was, an exclusive PlayStation 3 game is going to be announced at this year's VGA, which is the Video Game Awards, for those of you who do not know, on Spike TV. And do I think that the Uncharted 3 development team's current project is that secret exclusive? At this point, we don't know what the hell they're working on. I'm sure they're going to make some sort of announcement or teaser, trailer towards it. I'm just hoping that it is not Uncharted 4. I think that 3 Uncharted games for this particular generation is good enough in terms of Uncharted. And if they decide to announce a new project, I'm hoping that it's something completely different than anything we've seen before. I mean, the last thing we need is to see something like The Last of Us, which I guess has kind of already been announced. I'd like to see something just completely different. I'd like to see that this team can actually work with new material that has nothing to do with anything they've done in the past. So try to come up with something as original as possible, even though I know today it's kind of hard to make anything original, but I want to see something different from them that does not in any way remind me of Uncharted. That's all I want. And finally, the last 3 questions come from Mike Styles. And first thing you want to know was, what do I think of PlayStation Home, and do I have one? Yes, I do have a PlayStation Home and an Avatar. It's been a while since I've been on PlayStation Home, simply because I kind of lost interest in it for a bit. But I thought it was a pretty fun experiment, kind of testing how, to kind of test out how social you could be in a social community. And I think I had just as much luck in PlayStation Home as I do in my own real life. It's really hard for me to kind of go up and just start talking to people unless they're talking about stuff that I'm actually interested into. So, yeah, I mean, as I said before, I have like 6 different homes. I've modeled them how I wish I could have my own place. In terms of their little portable games, they're fun, but they're like cheaply made. I definitely like how they incorporate certain game locations into it, so that definitely gives me insight to exactly how these individual games' worlds are like a part of that world if it were mixed with our world or PlayStation's world. So bottom line, I think it's a fun experiment. I guess I'll check it out to see if it's changed in the last number of months. So thank you for bringing that up, so that way I can hop back on the PlayStation Home horse or whatever. Your second question was my thoughts on Ninja Scroll. Yes, I finally got to check it out, and I thought it was a little underwhelming. I thought it was a bit too short. I know you've seen it, so you know how short it is for just it felt like a one-note anime. It was kind of generic. It didn't really have that wow factor or show me something. I mean, I've seen something like this before done better. It wasn't like Death Note has, and it was something completely different, and I had really never seen an anime like this. But like you know, I've seen animes like this before. It kind of is the generic story of you have this warrior and he has to protect this one other person and they have to go on this journey and they go through these experiences and then they become very close and then by the end something tragic's going to happen and it's just a one-note anime. Not saying it's bad, it's just, in my opinion, a bit forgettable. But I could definitely understand the attraction to someone who's not used to seeing animes like that. I definitely could see the attraction to it. So it is a good anime. It's just probably not one I would recommend to too many people that I know, but probably to someone who wants like a good intro into that style of anime. And finally, your last question was, let's see if I can find it. Are there any movies in 2013 I'm excited to see? And to let you guys know, I'm actually working on a series of top 10 lists. Right now, as it stands, I'm currently working on the top 10 worst movies I've seen this year, the top 10 best movies I've seen this year, and the top 10 best movies I want to see next year. But to name just a few of them, the new Star Trek Into Darkness teaser was just released today, or technically yesterday. So I'm definitely excited to see that, along with Man of Steel. And I guess if I had to pick a third one, I would pick World War Z, which is that new zombie movie, which comes out the week after the Man of Steel comes out, and it stars Brad Pitt. That definitely looks like a pretty intensive zombie movie. However, my only gripe of it is that all the zombies, as far as I could see, were CG. And so that might take me out of the moment, but we'll see what happens. And with that, I'd like to thank you, Zaniac and Mike Sells, for sending me in your questions, and for all of you out there who are watching this, please feel free to comment down below and post any question you want. They help me out immensely, more than you could know. And without wasting more time, let's get on to the return of the contest question. Now, this one is, I would say, a bit more simpler, but it's simply a way for me to test who out there among you has actually been paying attention to 3TR since the beginning. However, that's not a hint in any way. All I want you guys to figure out is to simply tell me what was the first video game I ever played. Quite simply that. I've actually left 3 hints down below in the description. Feel free to check them out. And if you think you know the answer, please comment it down below in the comments. Or if you want to be secret about it, since I respond to all comments and messages, you can send it in a private message to me, and I'll be more than happy to give you you're heading in the right direction or no, you're heading in the wrong direction. And with that, if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and subscribe to help keep track of me in my future videos. And if you happen to win, you'll have your choice of either picking an Xbox card or PlayStation Network card. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.